Hello and welcome again. Today I want to talk to you about this little rifle I have right here. Just to get into it, I purchased this rifle from a friend of mine. I just have a little bit of information that he gave to me from the person he bought it from. He bought it at a gun shop. So supposedly the story on this gun is that the rifle was built in 1954. I don't know how it came into the hands of the gun shop owner, but the barrel was shot out, the lock was worn out, even the triggers were actually worn on it because my friend said he replaced those himself. So this gun has actually had the lock, the barrel, and the triggers replaced. And the lock and barrel were replaced about 2016, and then the triggers after my buddy bought it because he said the trigger was worn so thin that it was actually cutting his finger. It was sharp as a knife, so he put double set triggers in there. The double set triggers right now aren't functional. It still will shoot with the front. I haven't really fooled with this gun. I bought this gun about 3 years ago, and I really haven't done anything to it other than I did take it out and shoot it one time. We'll go ahead and look at on the front end up here. We have a really nice just little blade sight. There is some engraving and stuff on the brass nose cap. As you can see, it's a 54 caliber, 32¼ inch barrel length, so it's a little on the short side for a American long rifle or a Lancaster style rifle, but it works. It's a nice piece. As you can see, it's got inlays. Let me set this here, here, and here. Now the funny thing is, because the stock on this side, let me turn this around, it looks like it's had a crack repaired here, and then you see in this spot up here, there are ovals where on the other side it's got these like little angel wing motifs. So I don't know if they got broke out or what. The stock has some really dark spots. I think maybe it was stained with aqua fortis at one time, and whoever redid it went back and took some of it off, because there are some spots where it's light and dark, like it's been overly sanded in some spots. We have a really nice patch box on here. The patch box does have a little bit of a bend to it, and for a release, all it has is a little spot in here, a little divot to get your fingernail in there. It doesn't have a button release or anything like that. It's not spring loaded. Although it looks like it has a piece of what was a spring at one time that's been broken. And it's got a little, like I said, it's got a little bend to it, so it doesn't fit pretty good. But for the age of the piece, now a lot of these pieces are actually, like, it has small screws holding the surround on the lock plate in. I mean the patch box lid. It's actually screwed in place. It does have some nice little inlaid pieces under the bottom. The toe plate is also screwed in. It's a nice, basically rifle style trigger guard. And like I said, the lock does function. It's just the back trigger does not set, so you just have to pull the front trigger. So it's basically a double phase, double set trigger, and it probably just needs to be adjusted, and I haven't taken the time to do that. That's the problem when you have as many guns as I do. So they don't always sometimes they just get cleaned up and put back in the, on the shelf or rack, and say, well, this is too nice for me to take it out and play with. This side here, opposite the patch box, you can see on your cheek rest here, we have a nice star. It's got this little embellishing underneath it. The side plate here is not inlet in, so I wonder if it originally had one or not, or if the guy just, when he redid it, he just slapped this on top of it. I haven't taken it off to look underneath it, but I can see it's raised up right there a little bit under that edge, so it's not inlet in at all, and that end there is actually tweaked up just a little bit. I may take this thing apart and I may go back and try to carve that in, or I may just not fool with it just because of the age of the stock itself. It's a nice handling shooting little rifle. It's very well balanced. The sights are nice on it. And I have, like I said, I have taken it out and shot it. It's just been a little while. I need to take this thing out and shoot it again sometime. I need to take it to the range here pretty soon. It's a little bit shorter than my Jaeger rifle that I have, but it's the same caliber. The barrel's not quite as heavy, and the gun has a little bit of weight due to the barrel size. Now, if the barrel was swamped instead of being straight-sided, it would probably be a little lighter and sleeker, but it is what it is. It's just a little brief rundown on what I have here, and I appreciate your viewing, and I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you.